Is it a lunchbox? Is it a camera case?
Well, I know this is a Columbus Third jersey because it says Cannon right on it.
That's it. We're done.
Next on Ugly Thirds.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Welcome back, sports fans, to another episode of Ugly Thirds. Today's topic is a jersey showdown. Topic, biggest splash. John and Shrams, duke it out.
I got you. I came straight from the Hockey Hall of Fame for this one. With a nice
Spirit of hockey.
Did you claim that on customs?
reusable bag. No, because within certain numbers you can. I think it's within $500.
On a very translucent bag.
I know it's I know you can come back with a full case of beer and no one's gonna have a problem. So I know that.
So, why did I choose this thing? Biggest splash, and what we mean by that is that it came in, made an impact in some way, shape, or form, and then it's gone.
Right, but it's remembered as though it was around for a very long time.
Yes.
So I know that Turd Burger was around for 2 years because we just talked about this.
It was, and this is more contextual than anything, is that Buffalo was transitioning out of the Lindy Ruff era. They moved into their white and navy home and roads. They were in transition. The team was looking towards the future, and they still are.
Even though they're going back to the past, but
you know what? I don't need
Lindy
your
Ruff.
timeline, Doc Brown.
We gotta go back, Marty.
So we have these weird years where they are just awful, and they are building their prospect pool not well.
Years
And
were they?
and they are
just awful?
trying to work towards Connor McDavid. And that didn't work. But while we're trying to keep the fans in the seats, boom, new third jersey. Let's drop this steamer in the gene pool.
So let me guess. In there is the Sabres 50th anniversary jersey.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
And
No.
all Buffalo. Where's Charlie?
No, there was no splash. Oh, he's gonna hate this. There was no splash with the Sabres 50th. It was pretty much forgotten. Not by the people who voted for it, and it continues to win in our showdown. I am very good at these showdowns because I do them the morning of.
Your pandering is superb.
And you're wearing something that stood out coming off of a long run of a brand that people knew.
Well, so it was the red, white, and blue era for a very long. 1995, they
course.
rebranded to this and a white version of this. And this was supplanted within 5 years by the black version with the Capitol building on
Yep.
it. And this has become relatively forgotten. But every time you see one, people go nuts.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they wore, and people act like they wore it for a very long time. Like, no, it was a very short time.
Yep.
This came and went, but this sparks joy in a lot of people. It harkens back to another era, and while I don't love the asymmetrical nature of it, I know it works well. But these are our second picks.
Yep, we always wear number 2. Number 1 is in a tightly concealed thing of another.
The nuclear football. And I'll give you my gift from the hall.
You start.
Glad you crammed this in here.
Yeah, well, you can't fold that thing, so.
So picking the 96 third jerseys, I think, is cheating already.
Low-hanging fruit, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm here for it.
Especially since how many times have I used this jersey and lost every one of those. So
If you're talking about a splash with Ducks,
there's literally a splash.
Keep that in mind, people. I played to the assignment.
Is it a splash if it's coming out?
Yes, you can splash coming out of
but
water.
you splash like usually something going into the water to create a splash.
But it's not the in or out that creates the splash is the water. Kind of like, is water wet?
You too
Or does it
done?
make
Because I'm
things wet?
trying to talk about it. We
I'm
good?
just trying to help him out here.
This was such a revolutionary
Yes, Mr.
thing
Shrimp.
that we've talked about time and time again. Is that it was there for a minimum amount of games because it wasn't appreciated enough to be worn beyond that point in time. Came in, showed what you can do with a hockey jersey, and then got out.
but it's just one of 6 jerseys that year
Right.
that came and went. Well, mostly because the Bruins and Penguins kept theirs for way too long. But like,
But if we're talking about the biggest splash that you can make, this is it. We went from traditional looking hockey jerseys to, my good God.
it's also the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. Like, how traditional were they ever? It's a Disney duck on it, for crying out loud.
Sure.
How splashy is it really, other than the literal splash?
The literal splash is down here, and I do ask that you keep this in mind when voting.
Disney duck with a Disney duck wearing a Disney duck.
Very meta. Also, a good choice. Wonderfully thought out.
A better choice, really, because there's a book on it that we reviewed on this channel. So this lasted 2 years, and in the second year, it had a third jersey with a different logo on it. That's how hated this was. This led to a selling of the team. This led to a whole outcry of, we want the old logo back. We want fish sticks is a chant that still happens in Islanders games when they play the Rangers. How much more of a split? The Gorton's Fisherman is so well known. This is the Ford Edsel of the sports rebrands. This is the new Coke of sports branding. People study this in textbooks on what not to do. Can you get a bigger splash with, again, literal waves?
Oh, wow.
A wave's not a splash, but anyways,
They're splashing here at this lighthouse.
Thank you, Phil.
Splashes at this lighthouse.
Perhaps.
The biggest splash that it altered the course of a franchise.
It's Crest toothpaste, but go ahead.
It does have a very toothpastey vibe to it.
I'm here to ruin both your days. Continue.
Good.
Trust the Gorton's Fisherman.
It's it's funny, and pretty much the same year too.
Yeah, so this was 96 to 98 with the third jersey in there for the 97-98 season. That was 95-96.
Yep.
So the point of these, we've picked our best. Shrems with the Wild Wing, John with the Fisherman. It's up to you to decide in a poll that will launch the same time as this video.
Which one made the biggest splash in its time?
Right. So big impact, short time is the definition of splash in our case.
You know what's nauseating is that when Reverse Retro came out, both of these were like, that's what we need to do. We need to go back to that time period and relive that. And this came back in orange, white and orange for the most part.
No, it came back
they
as
just did a
is.
straight white version of that. The orange.
Did they?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What am I thinking of?
You're probably there are fan concepts that are on eBay.
Yeah, perhaps.
The Islanders didn't even want to touch this one the first year because they were scared of it.
And they forgot to do the assignment the first Reverse
I think
Retro.
they were genuinely scared to bring this back. It had that much of an impact.
Yep.
So, but people said we want fish sticks,
And then they did it.
and they gave them fish
Here
sticks.
we are.
So, vote in the poll. Shrems with Wild Wing, John with the Fisherman. Who made the biggest splash? Phil, take us out.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and vote for which one you think made the most impact. Ring the bell to get notifications when we post new videos, and come back for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
Looking for my phone to prove both of you wrong.